everyone, welcome to this Papa Terzo makeup tutorial. This was requested by someone in a ghost Facebook group as they're getting ready for their first ritual and they want to do paint. And we are demonstrating it on my friend River here, who has already used primer, which will help your makeup stick. We have clipped the hair back, and now we have a reference photo, and I'm going to draw the outline of the makeup with this eyeliner. One thing to keep in mind when you're using a reference photo is that your face is probably different dimensions than the mask. So while you are semi-recreating it, you may need to make some lines shorter or longer so it still fits on your face shape. So what we have here is an outline of his paint, and I'm going to do that on the rest of your face. It is easier to do symmetry on someone else's face than your own, I will say.
It's so horrible on your own face.
And thankfully, Terzo's paint, I will say, other than nil, is the easiest to do. And then as you do it, you can adjust the symmetry just like doing eyeliner to make the sides match. Also, faces aren't symmetrical, masks are. So if it's not perfectly symmetrical on your face, that is okay. You are a human. It has kind of a little heart shape. Now we have the outline of a papa. So first I'm doing the black Body Color Cosmetics. It has an actual name, and the great thing about this is it is silicone based, and it only works with an activator. You could sleep in this.
Maybe I will.
And it really only takes one squirt to work. And we're using a tiny little brush to start with the edges. It's good to use a small flat brush for the edges. You can just draw a nice little straight line. The other great thing about this is the makeup doesn't activate itself. So once the black is dried, if I touch it with white, the white will just go on top of it. It won't smudge it. And you're going to want to keep checking the palette thing to make sure it's still damp, and when it's no longer damp, reactivate it. And again, if you're doing Terzo specifically, you just want to keep mind of the angles and make sure you have straight lines. And I'm also starting not as far in as I could go, because in case I mess up with an edge, I can always bring it in tighter. And this stuff is incredibly pigmented. I did the entire nose with one brushful. It's important to check your reference photo because I forgot that his makeup doesn't fully go into his hair. Copia's does, and I'm used to painting Copia into his hair. It's fine. If someone is doing your makeup and they're wrong, don't be afraid to tell them. The other great thing with doing Papa paint is you can make your jawline whatever you want it to be. So you can either follow your natural jaw, or sometimes when I do Copia's Papa paint, I really extend the jaw because he's got that big old plastic surgery jaw. And if you go outside it at all, you can always put some of the activator on a Q-tip and clean it up. Now that we have the outline, I'm using a wider brush to fill in the cheeks. I'm honestly so impressed by how pigmented the black is, because it didn't look as strong on the product side. It looked kind of gray, and I was scared.
How much do these cost?
Each thing is like 15.
Oh, okay. Looks like it lasts forever, too.
I know, there's so much in it. Also, you should test any new makeup body paint you're using, like on your hand or your arm first. We forgot to do that. If you don't want to commit to getting a $15 thing of this, or if you're allergic to silicone, I have used the lipstick that we're going to use as the cheek paint. It also works great because it's a 24-hour dry lipstick. So this will dry fairly quickly, and then if there are any light patches, I will go back over that, and we're gonna start on the eyes. So for the eyes, I'm going to be doing most of the exterior with the silicone-based makeup, and then for the up-close part that will actually touch the eyes, we're using eyeliner. Now with this stuff, when you first put it on, there should be enough to move around a little. So if you notice any like thicker spots, you can always just move it around. And then with eyelids, you're gonna want to keep them closed a little bit until it doesn't feel tacky anymore, because otherwise you can get creases. Once it dries, it shouldn't crease at all. You can open your eyes. Now, do me a favor, rub your cheek.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. One thing I learned about doing Papa paints that I learned the hard way the first time I ever did it, put the contact in first.
Yes.
Put the contact in first. You're gonna forget. And then when you go to put it in, your eye's gonna tear up and it's gonna mess up your makeup. It took an hour for me to like actually work up the strength to stick something in my eye.
Oh.
Put the contact in first.
The other great thing about drawing is that if you need to put your hand on the paint for support to do other paint, you're golden. So for the white, we're using body color again. It's too bright to see. We are doing the majority with a broad brush, and then I'm going to do the edges next to the black with a fine brush.
I'm not gonna lie, I zoned out for a second. I missed that step, but it's okay.
It's okay. This is the subject. You don't have to worry about it, and you can watch this later.
I was like, those were words.
So yeah, with the white, I'm kind of just going ham in the empty places, and then we'll clean it up later. This is just broad coloring. Just avoid the edges, especially because the brush I'm using isn't the finest, so it doesn't do corners. We're just painting in.
The diabetes guy? You've met the diabetes guy?
Yes.
Icon!
Without prompting, too.
Icon! That's like his name to me.
whoever invented this.
Smackaroon on the lips.
Right.
Say what you will about Mehron's paint, but my god, that theater quality setting spray, that would seal a house paint.
Now we get to go in and do the details of the white with this teeny tiny brush.
I love the way that my Face ID can recognize me when I'm yawning, but not like this.
You can also use the full edge of your brush for precise bits where you don't want to use a flat edge. But the nice thing about going in afterwards with a softer brush is it's more of a blender brush, and so it can blend things evenly. You can kind of stipple with it. The white does unfortunately look dry, but if you want it to stay all day, if you're at a ritual, you're gonna be screaming, yelling, crying, throwing up, shitting your pants,
Peeing,
pissing myself,
shitting, crying, throwing up. all of the above at the same time.
You ever notice that Tobias writes about poop way more than pee?
I was just talking about that.
So now we're going in with the eyeliner that I showed earlier. Look up, I'm doing your unders. Right, keep them closed for a bit so your eyelids can dry. You may want to go in a little extra if you have dark eyebrows, because that will prevent the paint from going in, so you might want to go in with the edge of the brush.
I do have dark eyebrows.
And stick it down and just get between the hairs. You have very neat brows.
Do I?
Yeah.
I didn't think I did.
You do.
They're thicker.
They're Italian, but
They are.
Neat. So now I'm going to have the subject fill in directly around their eyes with the same eyeliner.
Now I'm just a subject. Okay, I got it.
My subject.
Oh, I got it in my eye. Anyway.
Well, tears won't streak it. Cry as much as you want.
Oh boy!
We are using this for the lip, which in a pinch can also be used for the cheeks. Again, the great thing about this makeup is you can touch it to stabilize yourself. And you can make the lip as thin or thick as you want. I think I'm going to raise it slightly on this side because it's uneven. I consider this done. If you are doing your own, you may want to use a setting spray, but at the same time, nothing moves. So this should last, I would say, at least 12 hours. You can probably go to sleep in this, and the only thing that might smudge is just around your eyes and the lip. Your hair disguises fuckery anyway, so don't worry about it. Thank you for watching this. I hope it helps. All of the products will be linked in the description. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on any social medias. I'm very easy to contact. Thank you, River, for being our subject. Their socials are here as well as the description. And I hope we see you at a ritual. I'm genuinely thinking about setting up a face painting booth at my ritual because I will be there all day and have nothing else to do. So if you're going to Philly, say hi, you'll see us there. Thank you for watching. This has been a video. Goodbye.
It's been content.
It's been a thing.